Coming off a shutout road win in Week 5, this Saints team had an opportunity to build off of one of its better offensive performances and prove that what we saw in New England was not just a flash in the pan. Instead, the offense regressed. Welcome back to The Dot. Post-game coverage presented by Matt Bowers Auto Group. I'm Brooke Kirchhoffer. The Saints had opportunities to take over this game in Houston, but could not finish off drives, going 0 for 3 in the red zone, 0 for 2 on fourth down, and missing 2 field goals, leading to a 20-13 loss to a now 3-3 Houston Texans team.
You know, just having a few explosives or a lot of yards doesn't win football games. What wins football games is doing the right thing at the right moment every single time. Because Houston, give them so much credit. They are such a good team, such a great young team that flies around. They play fast, tough defense. And if you are not on your details, especially against this scheme, they're going to be on theirs, you know. And it cost us today.
But I tell you, it ain't the coaches, it's the players, and that's what we got to take pride in, and we got to go out there and we got to execute and do our job. It's on us. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about no coach and calling no plays or none of that, because right now we just got to show that we can win and execute and make those plays. And it just has to be a sense of urgency, a little bit more desperation. I feel like guys have to be a little bit desperate. If you see those two plays, you know, Chris had that big over the top, over the guy's head, and then Shaheed had a big catch over the guy's head too. Those are what I call desperation plays.
After the loss, Demario Davis gathered the team together in the locker room to share an important message. The message was about sacrifice and players looking in the mirror and holding themselves accountable. When we talked to Alvin Kamara in postgame, he mirrored that message.
I'm accountable. I'm gonna be accountable. That's the only. I give accountability. You know what I'm saying? I'm accountable. You can count on me. So everybody got to be able to raise their hand and say you can count on me. And if you can't, it's a question. Like, that might need to be the message. Like, can I count on you?
You know, it's a lot of plays in the football game. You know, sometimes sometimes the offense gets 60 plays, defense we may get 70 plays, right? And so, you know, we all got equal share. In the win or loss. And so can't just put it on one play here or there. I think collectively we just all need to be better.
All three phases struggled at some point in the loss. For the defense, they had trouble stopping the run in the first half. Tyrann Mathieu attributing that to poor tackling. But the defense responded in the second half, holding the Houston Texans to just a field goal in the third quarter. But with the Saints offense struggling to find the end zone in the second half, those efforts fell short.
When we come up on our end, they don't put points up on the board, so we have to look at ourselves first. If we were good in the second half, we let up 90 yards on the ground in the first half, and it's a direct reflection on us as a D-line. When I'm looking at our interior, our exterior, there was times where ball was bounced outside, and that can't happen, especially not with our edges as athletic as they are. You talk about, they were able to cut up the inside, and once Bink got motivated, inspired the other guys, they elevated their play. What they have, 30 yards on the ground in the second half. We have that in the first half, then it eliminates a lot of mistakes.
Swallow it and let's go. We don't have a lot of time to sit around and feel sorry for ourselves. So it's a big man's league that we're in, and so we got to pick ourselves up off the mat and regroup, get ready for a good Jacksonville team.
The Saints will have a short week. They will turn around and host the Jacksonville Jaguars Thursday at home in the Superdome. Ryan Ramczyk and James Hurst both left the game today with injuries. We will keep an eye on that this week, as that will be a huge proponent in this game as to if two of their starters on the offensive line will be down. And we will continue breaking down the loss live on NewOrleans.Football later this afternoon. Join us there.